Additionally, I believe that some of us become the police when we achieve success. You transform into the police, where you have a stage, where you can talk on things. Everyone cherishes a champ. Every other person. It's simple for you to make everything look the manner in which you believe that it should look. They brought down the dad of America. They eliminated Mr. Perfect. However, be that as it may, he was physically attacking ladies. In a dazzling new development, humorist Mike Epps has quite recently released a sensation disclosure about Iceblock, declaring that the unbelievable rapper turned entertainer is, truth be told, the genuine guard of Hollywood. As Epps issues a chilling warning, the comedy world is buzzing with anticipation. This raises questions about Ice Cube's true power behind the scenes and leaves us all wondering. Also, some of you might not have understood that I'm not piece of the club. Ice 3D shape altogether affects media outlets. He has worked with eminent people like Chris Exhaust, Bernie McIntosh, and Angela Winbush, and he has been instrumental in sending off the vocations of numerous capable craftsmen in dark Hollywood, including Jamie Foxx and Lisa Beam. Furthermore, what I understood with the club makes them so frantic is the point at which you would rather not be a piece of their fucking club. Yet, it appears to be that Ice Solid Shape has been at the focal point of some debate lately. He has been blamed for being a guardian while likewise condemning the business Tip Top. Pundits say he ought to know not to challenge the framework subsequent to getting help from influential individuals. However, he has done exactly that. Amusing, no doubt. All in all, they said he was or no big deal either way. Yet, the truth of it is that, they can get any of it. As a representation, Chris Exhaust, who played Smokey in the Friday films, quick returning for any future portions. He believes that Smokey has contributed to the perpetuation of the stereotype that black people are lazy. Because of this, some people say that Ice Cube uses his movies to spread this bad stereotype. Chris Exhaust says he needed to differentiate his work and emulate Eddie Murphy's example by showing up in a wide assortment of jobs and making film industry progress with films like Cash Talks. Besides, there are claims that Ice Solid Shape's inclusion with the enormous 3, a b-ball association including resigned NBA players, isn't being gotten well. Pundits contend that it's a pitiful undertaking, lacking inventiveness and legitimate association. Ice 3D Shape purportedly expects half of the cash from the NBA and believes current NBA players should take part in his association. Be that as it may, since the NBA isn't enthusiastic about sharing their turf, he has turned to involving race as a political weapon to influence dark electors in support of himself. Many see matches between what Monique did in the new calls to blacklist Netflix. Mike Epps, an individual comic and entertainer, tends to assume Ice 3D Square was instrumental in his prosperity, suggesting that he probably won't have accomplished a similar degree of distinction without him. It is hazy where Ice 3D Shape's profession goes from here considering all the contention encompassing him. Concerns have been raised about his comments in regards to NBA watchmen and potential shots taken at the association, and what's in store holds no assurances. Assuming that you're actually considering what's truly going on with this, permit me to carry you into the circle here. Ice Shape has proclaimed that he was not piece of the first-class Hollywood club and voiced his complaints against anonymous watchmen who forced extra weights on him. He ascribed the absence of consideration given to his Big Three Ball Association, which he helped to establish with diversion chief Jeff Quatinetz, to his untouchable status. Some of you might not have understood that I'm not piece of the club, he expressed. Additionally, you are not a member of the club if you are listening to me right now. Furthermore, what I understood with the club makes them so distraught is the point at which you would rather not be a piece of their exclamation club that annoys them. What club am I referring to? I'm referring to the group of gatekeepers that each of us must deal with. You know what their identity is, and they most certainly know what their identity is. Ice Shape's profession started with the rap bunch N.W.A. What's more, their tune F the Police from the 1988 collection Straight Outta Compton turned into a song of praise for communicating discontent with policing. Pundits pointed out Ice 3D Shape's supposed history of making hostile to Asian and against Semitic comments following the NFL's declaration of its organization with Iceblock's agreement with Dark America to establish a monetary value drive. The NFL, trying to extend its cooperation with dark-possessed organizations, declared the association on June 30th. The cooperation meant to recognize association-wide open doors in the monetary, tech and creation areas, with an emphasis on expanding spending on dark organizations to address America's racial and financial abundance hole. The NFL had supposedly spent more than $125 million on dark organizations in the previous year, remembering ventures for aerial speculation. Mint City. The first Broadway bank dealt with technology that was fearless and communications. ICE 3D Square expressed that the association and his drive had been turning out intently for north of a year, albeit the declaration denoted the start of an authority organization. We feel like assuming you tackle the colossal abundance hole between individuals of color and white individuals in this country, that ought to take care of a ton of issues that are there. In an interview with the AP Pro Football podcast on June 30, Ice Cube, whose real name is O'Shea Jackson, provided clarification. Our thing was to pursue the absolute greatest organizations in the country that depend on dark buyers or dark specialists. Furthermore, the greatest one that we zeroed in on was the NFL. Close by ICE 3D Square, Sube was driven by diversion attorney and long-lasting colleague Jeff Quatinetz, as well as counselors Jaron Smith and Chris Pilkirton. Ice Cube's role as the initiative's face as a well-known musician drew swift criticism from those who pointed to his songwriting history of disparaging Jews and Asians. On July 1, the Washington Free Signal referred to Ice Shape's utilization of expressions like white, Jew and saltine to allude to Jewish music maker Jerry Heller in his melody No Vaseline. The Free Guy described Ice 3D Shape as an enemy of Semitic rapper who in his melodies has called for brutality against Jews and Asians. In No Vaseline, he rapped "Dispose of that demon." Genuine, straightforward. Put a projectile in his sanctuary. Ice Cube made the threat to completely demolish your store in the song Black Korea, which was said to be about Korean shop owners in Los Angeles being racist toward the black community. He likewise alluded to the storekeepers in the melody as Oriental one-penny counting mother effer and minimal Chinese mother reference Mark Cocker. These verses were essential for his studio collection, Passing Endorsement, delivered on October 31, 1991. A couple of months after the Rodney Lord episode that escalated well-established pressures between the dark and Korean people group in June 2020, Ice Shape mixed debate when he posted tweets communicating support for Louis Farrakhan, the country of Islam pioneer who has offered enemy of Semitic comments contrasting Jews with termites and calling them underhanded double-crossers of the American public. He has forever been frantic regard. I can barely comprehend the offers and dangers that have been sent his direction. However, Bro has stood his ground and refused to compromise his values for the benefit of the establishment. You'll hear 1,000 distinct stories, yet we needed to pay him $12 million to do that film, and he turned it down. 3D Shape kept uncovering exhausts reasons. He said it was for strict reasons. He would have rather not cuss it, and he would have rather not partaken in weed on camera. That is in support of the video, people. Gratitude for watching.